Hello guys, so in today's lesson we're going to be looking at the different parts of the guitar and how each of these parts come together to give the overall sound of the instruments. So starting from the top, we have the headstock, and the headstock usually comes in different shapes and sizes, and on the headstock you have 6 tuning pegs. These are tuning pegs, and on the tuning pegs you have tuning posts where the strings goes in and it is wound round. This is an example of a string. This is the 6th string, and usually a string has 2 ends. This part here that has a ball point goes into the bridge pin, which we'll cover later, and this part here goes into the tuning post and it is wound round it. And we can tune using the tuning peg. You can turn it clockwise or anti-clockwise, and we'll go into tuning in the next class. And coming down, you have your knot. Your knot comes in different shapes and with different materials. This is a plastic. For some electric, you have it could be metallic, and you have different slots, 6 slots usually on your knot, and the string sits on it. You understand? Then coming down the headstock, we have the back here is called the neck of the guitar. This is the neck of the guitar. This is the neck here, and this is where our hands play. You understand? You can easily feel, you can have a feel of the guitar. And the neck comes in different shapes. So you have C shape like this. This is a C shape, and some even you can have a V shape. Next is the fingerboard or the fretboard, and it's usually a separate wood. This is another wood. If you can see, it is glued to the neck. So the front is the fingerboard, the back is the neck, and on the fingerboard or the fretboard, this is where our fingers display, so that is why it's called a fingerboard or the fretboard. You have markers or inlays. Usually you would have on the 3rd fret, the 5th, 7th, 9th, and the 12th fret. You understand? They are position markers, and we'll go into all these in subsequent classes. And you have the tuning, the frets. These are frets. They are metallic strips, and they help us to separate the keys. So without the tuning pegs, the frets, if I come to this 1st fret, if I play, this is the note C. If I come here, it's still going to sound C, but now the fret has helped us to separate the keys and the notes on the guitar. And coming down, we have the body. This is the body of the guitar. The body has, usually it is 3 parts. You have the upper bow, and you have the waist, and you have the lower bow. So the upper bow, all these 3, they help to give the overall sound and the tone of your guitar. And you have the board, the soundboard. Usually it's another separate wood that is glued on to the body. You have the top soundboard, and you have the bottom. So inside, in between the neck and the fingerboard or the fretboard, there is a truss rod. It's called a truss rod, and you can see the end of the truss rod here. So the truss rod helps to, you can raise the fret action with the truss rod, and usually this is to be done by a professional. And you have the sound hole where the air comes out, the vibration comes out and gives you the sound. And so up next is the bridge, and the bridge has 3 parts: the bridge itself, the saddle, this plastic here and the bridge pins. The other time I was talking about the other end of the string. This end here goes into the bridge, and it is held by the bridge pin, and you also have your end pin if you want to use a strap. This is a strap usually, and the neck is usually attached to the body here. This joint here is called the heel, and on the heel, some guitars you can also have another strap button or belt holder. So this guitar has two, one here and another here. So this is actually an electroacoustic guitar because it has inbuilt amplification. You can amplify it. It has the equalizer, the volume tones, and tuner, inbuilt tuner, and you have your input where you can plug in your cable, and it has a slot for battery where this battery powers the tuner and the inbuilt pickup, and I think that should be all for now, and I'll see you in the next class. Thanks.